Right, another game of chess, and we're facing c4. We haven't faced this yet, but I'm going to still go with my d6 because that's the only good thing I know how to play these days. That's not quite true, but let's see if we can get my setup against whatever he does. I'm not used to facing this, to be honest, but there we go. Jack Miles Rea from the UK. 9 months ago and already played 6,000 games. This guy plays a lot of chess. That's a lot of chess. How do you play 6,000 games in 9 months? How's that even possible? That's basically playing chess all day, every day. Right. This, maybe this. This move does absolutely nothing. He wants to expand here. So we stop him. Ain't nobody like somebody who just gets free expansions. I should slow down a little bit. No, I should just castle. Actually, saving a bit of time in the early game seems okay. He's gone for a fairly passive setup. Right? Normally they do this in English. I'm expecting that at some point. I think let's continue. Keep his knight restricted. So I've got this option, which I guess makes the bishop come here. It all seems okay. I think I like that actually. He might just kick it and we just go back. Let's just get my knight out. Right, so we've kind of got an opening. I think he's not gone for the maximum, but neither have we. So we just need to keep coming up with good moves. He's playing at a very crisp, rapid pace. So let's try and match it for now. I don't think the choices of my moves are not completely hugely impactful right now. But I do need to start to come up with a plan. Normally I get my queen here, but that's against other openings. I actually don't know what to do against this, because normally I want to get expanding here, but it's a bit tricky. He's lined his rook up with this file, so does my queen even belong here? Maybe not. Do I have a break at some point? He can't push forward because of this. Let's bring the bishop back just to reinforce this file. I'm playing super quickly this game, but somehow he's even quicker than me. So he's gone for this idea. Often I let them just take it, which seems okay. I do have the option of pushing. Doesn't really seem to do very much. This is a move sometimes. It also seems okay. Doesn't really do very much. Can I let him push? I don't think letting him push and giving him all the space is probably the best idea. Me going forward, he takes, I take. Leaves my pawns a little bit isolated. Then he can take this one. And I've got a pawn by itself in the middle. Don't love it, I have to say. Me getting my queen here. Me getting my rook here. This is, it's not a key moment, but it's like, this is what's going to change the game. And I don't know what's the right approach. I think ultimately playing this would be good. Why is it bad right now? Because take, 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 and I'm left with a weak isolated pawn. Can I let him go here? It does give me this square. Probably is okay. Okay, let's just bring my rook to contest this file and see what it is that he actually wants to do. He does just want to take. So I just take. He's still at his starting time. That feels uncomfortable. I don't know if he's playing quicker than he should play, or if I'm playing slower than I should play. It does put a lot of pressure on me. Right, he's offering this exchange of bishops. It all feels very equal right now. I should take the bishop. If I come in here, then I've got a juicy square here. It can kick me. But if I get in here and reinforce it, that does look nice. But he's always able to contest the file. At some point this bishop's going to open up. I think I go in just because it's an active idea. If I exchange the knight for this bishop, that's probably good. Because this bishop will become a monster in the endgame. It'd actually be nice to get this knight out of the way and maybe block off this diagonal. Don't know where this knight's going. He can kick me. I'm hoping hopping in solves that issue. If I hop in now and he moves the knight out of the way, that is a bit of a problem. Crap. Okay, this is a bit more tricky. I've got push to try and get this square. Does he have a knight move that hurts me? He can just take the pawn because then he's on the queen. Okay, that is annoying. I've not thought about this enough. This pawn drops if he moves the knight. The problem I've got, if I just move my queen out of the way, he can kick the knight. And then I lose my attacking potential. I didn't appreciate how annoying this move was going to be. If I jump in straight away, and he just simply moves the knight. I then need to defend this knight. I don't think I can defend it enough. I can defend it with this, but then he can take this. Then my knight is loose again. And I think I just lose a pawn. And why is this so difficult? I think I'm just going to have to retreat my knight, which means my whole idea was wrong in the first place. But I don't see a way to maintain the tension. Wait. Queen here maybe works, because that stops this move. It's a bit of a vulnerable square. I'm going to play it for now because I can't see what else to do. But I feel like I'm going wrong. I don't think the engine will like this move, but I can't explain why. I'm now on this pawn, which might be a poison pawn. If I could get my rook here and get my knight to this square, then I'm doing really well. I feel. Might not be true. I'm in the typical time pressure. I think I've gone in a bit prematurely. My pieces weren't ready yet, because it'd be nice to be able to reinforce this knight with the other knight. But I'm too many moves away to make that happen. It'd be nice to already have this and be able to go in here. So this is potentially a move, this is potentially a move. Currently I'm on the pawn. How does he actually defend this pawn? I'm not even sure how he does that. Do I just win the pawn and that's it? And we get out of jail? My queen gets into a bit of a loose position. It might be a poison pawn. He's gone here. And the whole point was I thought I could take. Is there a move that I've missed? Take. My queen is a bit vulnerable, I have to say. But what move does he have? His bishop can't attack it. I'm on the bishop. If he's got to spend a move to defend the bishop, I can get my queen out again. And I think I've got to go for it. I can't spend too much time because this game is going to get very complicating. Am I missing something simple? I don't see it. I don't feel it's the best of pawns to win. Okay, so he's got this as a threat. Not even on this. I think I just bring my queen back and get out of dodge. Or we could be more greedy and try and secure the outpost from a knight, which doesn't do as much anymore. Would still be nice to have it. He doesn't have anything weak here, so I can't really target anything. My queen is a bit vulnerable. Do with this retreat square. If I go to this retreat square, I'm still on this diagonal to be able to get out of dodge. And also he doesn't have a tempo to attack my queen. I'm just going to do it. Don't feel brilliant right now. The fact that I have managed to secure a pawn. My position doesn't look bad though. I need to get a rook onto this file. Still, this knight coming in here does feel appealing. He's letting me get my knight in straight away if I wish to. What is that queen actually doing here? This is a bit scary. Not gonna lie. I can now get this and this. Not 100% sure what it does. I've got this without moving this. Hmm. Yeah, this is a tricky time situation. Don't like that I'm opening up this bishop here. Right, let me bring my knight in, because actually that also holds this pawn, and at the moment the knight can't be attacked. He's on this now. What about bringing my bishop in and going on the attack here? How does he defend the knight? He hops in here. Yeah, that just works. I don't like that. Probably I need to bring my queen back now. I'm slightly going backwards, but okay. Maybe I do need to get this pawn here just to really sort out this bishop issue. He has gone here already. And he's on this knight. Okay, I've slightly misplayed this. Bloody time pressure. I'm going to have to take this knight. And then I'm going to have to retreat. This has gone slightly wrong, I'm not going to lie. Maybe it's okay. Me bringing the knight in was a wrong approach. I think we're going to have to go a little bit passive and just secure our pawn. Exchange. And then solidify. And just be happy that we got a pawn. It's not much. But a pawn is a pawn. Maybe we just need to try and get to an endgame up a pawn. Right, he's coming in here. I can just secure this. I could take this file. If he exchanges, that's okay. If he goes behind the rook, I then push the pawn up. And that seems okay. I need to keep up on time now. I don't think he can attack this again right now. This pawn is a weakness. If I could somehow get to it. Easier said than done. I need to try and find a way to exchange pieces. Is this threatening this? I can just take it. You're securing this square. Can I come in here? Then he's got this move. It's a bit tricky. I can touch this pawn, but he just defends it. But he gets off my queen off this dark square. Is this sacrifice ever a problem? I think that's okay for me. I'm going to go for this idea just because I'm running out of time. Doesn't really do very much yet, but maybe eventually. Maybe I get this pawn in. I just dropped a pawn. I didn't even notice that. I've got to come for this pawn. He can now take this pawn, but then the bishop drops. Getting a bit complicated. I'm messing up right now. It's the time pressure. I'm playing way too quickly. I am still a pawn up technically, but I really don't like what I've done with my position. Is exchanging this good for me? Loses this pawn is the problem. This is very awkward. Why is this so awkward? I might not be able to defend this pawn anymore. Take, take. His pieces are just way active than mine. Yeah? Actually, what does he do against that move? What does he do against that move? Oh, I didn't see that. I'm not seeing anything. Why am I playing chess today? I'm completely blind right now. Blind as a frigging bat. Okay, is there a way to get a draw at all? I mean, not a draw. There's something wrong with me today. I'm not thinking straight. I think going back and forth will become a draw if he wants it. Some point I've got a potential sacrifice here. I don't see what else I can do. This time pressure situation. Why do I always end up getting so low? Like, he's basically at his starting time and I've got no time left. Check. He takes. I take. He takes. I just like liquidates. Can't do that. He's on this rook anyway. I come back. He might not even go for the draw now just because of the time pressure. He can come out here if he wants. So I think going back here is a draw. Do I have anything better? I am a pawn up, but I'm so tied up. I don't know the way. He taking. He just gets this pawn. Then it definitely is a draw. He can't take at the moment because his queen is pinned. I do have push. But at the very least, he can just come back. And then when he eventually exchanges, this pawn will just drop. I don't see a way. Right, let's have a look at that. I've gone for the draw. I don't know if that was the right thing. It feels bad. I'm kind of curious if it was a draw. It's a draw. Okay, I don't feel quite so bad now. But I was definitely winning at some point, so where did I go wrong? Okay, we both played with a 94% accuracy. That's insane. He did one inaccuracy, one mistake, and I did two inaccuracies. I had a pleasant advantage at one point, but somehow I let it go away. At least at the end game, I evaluated it as a draw and I didn't try and push. Sometimes I lose those games because I try and push. Let's have a look at the game. This was a weird game. Like, the opening, I didn't really know what I was doing. And I just played a load of quick moves just to get my kind of basic setup. But then I felt I was slowly making progress. And I was. But let's work out where it all went wrong. Nice thing is, he was never ahead. And we played with 94% accuracy, which is insane. But then so did he. So, close game. Probably a worthy draw. So let's see where I started to get an advantage. So here it's all plumb even. None of us has particularly done very much. But I've got my position. I've got pieces where I'm kind of familiar with. Where did I start to turn the screw? So all of this is plumb even. All of this is okay. I didn't know quite what to do here. It wants me to play h6. But the move I played is okay. He took, I took, still basically plumb even. And then he offered the bishop, which is starting to go wrong. And I took, which was okay. And I got my knight in. So I played these moves well. And we're getting a slow advantage. Now it already wants me to bring my knight in. But I played this instead, which is a mistake apparently. So why didn't I do this? I was worried about this. But I didn't realize I was on the queen. Man, that's the move I wanted to play. Okay, that's disappointing. I don't know. The whole game, I was feeling rushed. I wasn't thinking straight. This is really the move I wanted to play. I thought this was going to be good. So it has to play this, and then I take the bishop. And then I get rid of his really, really strong bishop. And I get a pawn. It's not even +1, so that's a bit strange. But I would have loved this position. So that was a slight miss. I should have seen that. I was scared of this move, and I didn't realize I had the time to take this, because I'm on the queen as well. I thought he was just getting my queen. Interesting. Okay, but instead I played this, which I thought was interesting, because I was on this. And he went forward, which is already -1. So that was a mistake, and we correctly took it. And we correctly took it. And basically we've won a pawn. And it's a clean pawn. Even though I was slightly worried if my queen was a bit vulnerable. But it was okay. He moved the bishop back. And I decided to get my queen out of dodge, which is okay, doesn't spoil anything. And he came forward with his queen, which it doesn't like. And it wants me to play e4, which I considered. But went for this instead, which is worse. Yeah, this ended up being a mistake because he managed just to move stuff out the way, and then my knight was too vulnerable. I did consider this. Why did I not do it? I thought it might come here. Yeah, looking at it now, it does just look good. I think I didn't like the idea of opening up my bishop. If this, yeah, that's what I didn't like. If this knight moves out of the way, then he's on this bishop and I'm pinned. And it just looked a bit scary. I think I got scared away from it. Okay, so another slight miss. And now I've bled away a bit of my advantage. And he gets some trades in. But essentially I'm a pawn up. But you can see I'm a pawn up, but it's not a full pawn. It's basically, it's quite hard to make this extra pawn count when he's got all these big pieces on. And I'm basically heading back towards a draw, losing all my advantage. And he then got this. I thought this just shut it down, but basically what the computer says is you just can't make advantage with this pawn. You can't get it going, and you can never really get this pawn because he can always defend it. So you're kind of stuck. And then this versus this, you just doesn't do anything. I didn't even notice I dropped this pawn. I knew I was playing badly when that was the case. It didn't matter because I was on this pawn. But I was just thinking, I saw that he could just defend it, and I thought that's what he was going to do. Apparently that's the better move. But it basically doesn't make a difference. And then this ends up being just even. Did I have any chance here? Yeah, there's nothing to do. So I'm glad I didn't try and push for more, even though I was a pawn up. But I also only had a couple of minutes left at the end, and he basically had all his time. I think he probably should have played on and put me in time pressure. But actually, he isn't risking very much. Well, a plumb even game. Very, very accurate from both of us. I had some opportunities, but I didn't quite make the most of it. I think my most sad move was not realizing I could bring that knight in when I really, really wanted to. That's the kind of move I wish I didn't miss. When was it that I could do that? Here. So I went for this, tickling this pawn, but I already could have come in. And then I could have got the bishop and the pawn, and that would have been nice. Ah, well. But to be fair, he played really well. This is a beast of a player. 6,000 games in 9 months at this kind of time control. That's bonkers. That's in less than a year. How is that even possible? That's hundreds of games a day. All he does is play chess. I don't get it. I don't even understand how you can play that much. Well, there you go. Have a good one, everybody.